It's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
Now Haskins on first down, and that's Elliott, complete. Elliott a first down and more, and he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Nick Bosa just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Looking to throw, Haskins. Open man is Trey Burton. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 15 yards and leads to 3rd down. You got tight.
From midfield now, Haskins. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed,
right?
Yeah,
a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now back to throw. And the catch made by Johnson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. 2nd and 1. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
No running room for Zeke on first down as he'll maybe get a yard out of that. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Haskins escaping the pressure right. That's into the hands of Edwards. Call it a gain of 3. And just like that, it's 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Going for the deep ball. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Chiefs take over first down. Let's go. At their own 29-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. He gets this one to Johnson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game, because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
That one complete. Elliott. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. On first down, it's Haskins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful, because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Completes it to Hardman. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Go now. Head low ball. X3. 218. Chopper. Go.
Mike 55. Check 55. Mike.
Come on. You better bring it. Mike 55. Mike 55.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. From 6 yards away. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Now it's Haskins. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. Final play of the half, it's Haskins. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
Austin Seibert on for the field goal. A 20-yard attempt.
Seibert's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. They go play action with Haskins. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This is Archer. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Kendricks came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tease Tabor, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on third and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it a second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They go play action now. Haskins. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Now Haskins. That's complete right around the 8. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. Through an opening, and there he goes. 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 17-3.
Chiefs 17, Vikings 3.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now it's Haskins. This one into the hands of Burton. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. The Vikings on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now Haskins to throw it. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. They're going on 4th down. Haskins. Flush to his right. Pressure gets there, and he goes down. Now there's also a flag, but this might be on the offense anyway. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
We know that the big guys won't get the credit, Brandon, but we also know that that touchdown belongs to them. Excellent job of clearing the way for their running back.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 16. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared. That's
fielded in the end zone. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10 at the 9-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Here we go! Hard! 50, plant! Fight!
On first down, Archer. He's got a first down and more past the 30 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. 31 yards there and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Now the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Haskins looking to throw on first down, and he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. He's got Burton here. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Flushed out right. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Now Haskins on first down. He's got Allen. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 17 yards, first down Vikings. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 41. That's complete to Sharp. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Haskins. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Let's make these big.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this one's incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, but now it'll be 3rd down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Archer. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll keep it on the ground. Archer. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
SOS. Check 9. Check your hot read. Hatch it.
Look. Squeeze. Get it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts us down to a 3rd and about 5. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Now a give right side. Archer. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Chiefs, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. That'll do it for